guys? It's Jules. Time for another weekly update. If I could speak. The cross-stitch weekly update. It has been a crazy week in our zoo here. If you've been following along, you'll know what I'm talking about. We'll talk about all that at the end. All the new acquisitions. We'll show you a few new additions to the family. Right, guys? Gosh, you're cute. But first things first. So I'm going to talk about all my current cross-stitch projects and whatnot. But those of you who've been following along know that it's time. Yes, it's time for the raffle. Well, it's not really a raffle. It's a giveaway. You want it? You want it? You want to stitch it? I'm going to start talking like crazy. Ronnie Rowe, Music Teacher's House. We're going to start giving this away, okay? Basically, if you want to get this from Ronnie Rowe, this is an amazing pattern. This is the first pattern that I did from him. Basically, I highly recommend it. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, I'm sure that you all either have one or want one. So for those of you who would like to be entered into the drawing for this, simply put a comment below saying, I want it. I don't care what you write, just say that you want it. If you just write me a regular comment and don't say that you want it, you will not be entered in the drawing. So everybody who wants it, I'm gonna go old-fashioned, old school here. Is write everybody down on a piece of paper and pretty much just have my husband draw for it, and we'll see who gets it, and then I shall send it to you. And so that should be pretty awesome. You should get it pretty quick. But so yeah, so it's pretty cool. It comes with the complete pattern. It talks about on the back kind of how everything works, but pretty much all you need is just a 18, I almost said 18 gauge, Ada size 18, I suddenly can't remember anything, 18 count, 18 count Ada, because these guys are interrupting me, they won't be quiet, because I'm talking, and you're talking, and everybody's talking. So anyway, so all you need is the bigger piece of 18 count Ada, and a bunch of 310 floss, and that's all you need for this. It's pretty awesome. So anyway, comment below, want it, that's cool. We'll announce next week on the weekly update who wins it. The cutoff for this will be, let's say the cutoff will be at the end of Monday, so either Tuesday or Wednesday will be when I'll film the drawing. We'll be good there. So, and then I'll contact the winner. Go from there. That sounds awesome. Whew, I'm actually kind of hot. We've kind of readjusted the heating in the house for the new additions to the family, so it's not quite as cold as it usually is up here, so that's good. All right, well, let's talk about cross stitch this week. What did we do? I tell you what I did do is I did take out, oh wait, you notice I'm wearing a hat. So I think this is the first time I've worn a hat. When I got home from work today, I said to my husband, husband, let's go over to this new little pub down the street and get ourselves a burger. And that's what we did. So we went over there and got some dinner. And so I decided to put a hat on. I don't know why. It was a little windy. Maybe that's why. But I put the hat on and I came back. I'm like, I got to film the video. I can't do it. Can't take the hat off. I'll have head. So this is the hat that I got when we flew through Chicago a couple weekends ago when we were coming back from Florida. So it's a really nice hat. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very soft, very comfy. All right. Rainy Waterloo Place. As I continue to make my way down the page. So, as you can see, not a ton of difference. And that's how Rainy Waterloo Place is until we get a little further down. So, I finished kind of a little bit up here. I did a little bit more on the row, finished a little bit there. It came down here a little bit as well. Really, the design is really going to start showing up here. So, maybe in this next week, we'll start to see a little bit more of this, you know, what is what is actually on this street, besides everything. And I can't wait to show you guys. It's just coming along very nicely. I'm not quite halfway through this page. No. But I'm definitely like maybe 40% of the way through. So, that's the first one. Alrighty. I was working on Stormtrooper last night. Was it last night? I think it was last night. And I just picked a couple colors, because remember, this is the, where is it? Up here. This is the project that right now I'm just picking a couple colors, and I'm just filling in as much as I can, because everything is so haphazard all across that it's just harder to do. So I picked a couple of the darker colors, So I was able to fill in more in this general area and then a little bit pixelated here. It's going to take like another 3 or 4 colors before, there we go, brighten it up. It'll take at least 3 or 4 more colors before it really starts to look like anything. But you can see how the darker stuff is starting to pop out a bit more. And then that's just kind of how it looks. It's going to look really cool because it does look a lot like what that, you know, it's, so far it's coming in nicely. I just got to get more done. And I don't remember who it is, but you, fair maiden, that I'm sorry that you were not 100%, but you said you were what? You're almost done with page 2? I bet that looks good. You're like, you're so far ahead of me. You're so far ahead of me. Oh, I gotta catch up. All right. Reaper, I took out of the hoop because I wanted to get a kind of a better idea of where I was. So what I did was, if you recall, on Reaper, it's basically like 4 pages across, and then it comes down here. And so I've pretty much done, or I've been trying to do like everything outside of my finger. And so where I got to, I finished in, page 4. I'm working on page 3. Well, I kind of went back further on page 3 and started adding in more through here. This wasn't filled in before, so I finished in this, and then I'm kind of just coming down through here and filling in more. And then I'm going to go back to page 2 and fill in more and come through here and just get the top part, get this whole top section done. And then we'll see if I want to come down any further or not, or just like we've talked about, leave the face to last, come down the sides or what. But it's certainly a pretty big chunk. Yeah, are you scared? Topher's in trouble downstairs. We bought him a new toy. It's one of those like super tough, indestructible toys, supposedly. And it was an octopus. And Zuzu took it and said, I shall remove the head. And so she's been working on the head. I'm like, I don't think they made the head like indestructible. Like all the arms are indestructible, thinking that maybe the dogs will go after him. My dog goes after the head. She's a predator, I guess. But there are a few other dogs that kind of wanted to play with it, but we only got one. Because it doesn't matter if we get 3, they'll all choose one toy that they all want to play with, and the others will just ignore. Because they all got to get what the other one has. Anyway, thinking about restarting that pet page. Otherwise, maybe I'll do a completely new one. Since we've got all these new additions. And we'll go over that at the end. But, another project. Did I work on Apothecary Shop this week? Pretty sure I did. Because pretty sure I took it out of stuff. I just got more of the roof done. So, coming along nicely on the roof. And it's just a lot of the same colors over and over again. And so, just coming along here. I think it comes out to about here, maybe? I gotta grid the rest of it out here. And then just work my way across. So, I mean, it looks good though, doesn't it? Like, you can really kind of tell. You can see it coming in. So, if I can just fill in some of these areas and start bringing it across, it's going to really look good. Show it down here. Nice. Nice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That one's right behind me right here. Right now. So let me just, I always look at it because I always feel like it's not tall enough. But it is exactly what it's supposed to be. Yeah. It's all good. So anyway. Apothecary Shop, cross-stitch collectibles. Oh yeah, so one of you guys mentioned, and this is a really good idea, and I used to do it back in my earlier videos, but I haven't done it lately, was to basically put a link, as far as I could, to all the pieces that I'm working on down below. So I may not have them all down there, but I'm going to endeavor to build my list up to where I do have them all below. So if you guys see something you like, you can just go ahead and buy it. I don't have any affiliations with any of these stitching groups, but I just love their work. So if there's something that you see, you're like, I want to stitch that, just go for it. Go for it. All right. With charity. With charity for all. So I did something, I only worked a little bit on it, but I made a kind of a big leap because I started using a new color. Let me just show it from way back. So I still haven't quite got everything done up here, but I'm almost there. Yeah, I know, it looks good, doesn't it? And, why are you, like, ruffling your feathers? You're not picking your feathers, are you? You're just cleaning yourself, right? You're so cute, I swear. Anyway, so I got this part done, and then what I did was I came and I did a bit more here, and then I jumped down, and there's like a motif that works its way across here, and then this is the next letters down here. So I did a little bit here, and then I changed colors, and I'm just kind of continuing to come down the piece, but I just wanted to get some of this other stuff done. It just makes it easier. Like, this is the hard part when you're dealing with linen and these kinds of words. Like, as soon as you get everything done properly on the left border, at least that's how I stitch, then everything flows that much faster across. Because a lot of times, as I'm stitching these things, like especially like with the way the Y comes down here, a lot of times I'll check the placement of, say, my D here by looking at where the Y ends. And then as I stitch across and I come up here, I'm like, okay, well, the D should be like 2 over, 1 up, that kind of thing. And if it is, then I've cross-referenced it and everything looks good. But it's coming along. Like I said, I didn't do a lot. I just mixed up the colors, and I paved the way for future progress. How do you like that? Pave the way for future cross-stitching progress. All right, Boba Fett. Now, the good thing about Boba Fett is there's this one color that has a lot to stitch, and at least in the section that I'm in right now. And I couldn't find it before I left on my trip because I wanted to take it. I mean, I took it with me to Florida, and I was like, this 823 or whatever it was, and I thought I had it, and I didn't bring it with me. It turns out that I had bought it, left it in the little bag that I bought it in, and left it on the table. So I found said bag and realized I had that color, and so I was able to pull it out. But I haven't done any more work on it because that is the color I'm going to work with this week. I'm going to get more done on the Boba Fett. So pretty much, I mean, this is funny because it looks so pixelated down here, but I just want to fill more in, and that's what that missing color is going to do for us. It's going to fill a bunch of stuff in. So there we go. You can see the grading a little bit closer. So that's kind of where we're at with this one. This project may be the best placement that I've had on any cross-stitch project. Hopefully it'll turn out looking good, hopefully. And but this week will basically be, I may only use the one color and just fill in as much as I can. But at some point I do want to come back up and start working on the top part again. But I've just been stuck on this bottom area because part of it is when you look at this, can you see that? Yeah. So when you look at this, you see how you get various little design things popping out, and I was hoping that maybe we might see that as well, and then I'd be like, okay, it is going to look decent. I'm up on the fence. I'm up on the fence, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I have faith. I have faith in Boba Fett. Maybe. But let's show you Dachshund. Dachshund's right here. So I worked on Dachshund on the stitch with me. I did maybe a little bit more, but not a lot. I really wanted to do more, but then my back started acting up. This chair is not the best at times. I think I want to get like a comfier chair to do the videos and to stitch in up here. Because if I had something I could lean back in a little bit and it would support me, I think it would be good. And so I was trying to do it, and I just couldn't keep stitching. My back was like, don't do it. But here's Dachshund. So what did I do this week? Did I come down here? I think I came down here and did a bunch of this. I added in a little bit of these colors, came down here a little bit, but it's still, you're still seeing just the basic outline. So I need to fill in a bit more here and there and whatnot. I'd really like for those eyes to pop out. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I don't want them to pop out. That would be bad. But I want them to pop, you know, when you're looking at them. That's right, not pop out. But anyway, so there it is. Coming along really nicely. I like it. I like it a lot. I did not work on Wonders of the World, but I did buy a mechanical pencil that you guys had recommended. I was at Hobby Lobby. I went to Hobby Lobby for a couple things. And remember how I said on that question and answer video that I never go to Hobby Lobby to just get, or Michael's just to get one color? I did get just one color while I was there. One color that I needed really bad for Old World Map 2. But I went there to find the gridding pencil because I really need to get started back again on Wonders of the World, but I need a better gridding system for that. So hopefully, maybe tomorrow I'll get kind of back to work on it. The other thing that I have to do tomorrow is I still have like 20 skeins of floss that came from Hobby Lobby that are all like the new colors for DMC, like 1 through 20 something or whatever it is. And the ones that I picked up for this piece, I just need to go ahead and bolinate them and just get them all wrapped up, get them labeled, and get them in the organization system just to get them off the desk, because they've been in this little pile on the desk and they're cluttering things up. They're cluttering it up, not me. They're cluttering it up. All right. So I also did not work on, I always forget the name, City from Greenwich Village. I will show it to you just so you can remember what it looks like. Oh, it looks so pretty. I need to get back to work on this, but I haven't done it. I haven't worked on it in like 2 weeks. It's crazy. All right, then we got baseball. Ray baseball. Worked on a bit more. What did I do? What did I work on? Worked on a whole one night. I think it was Monday Night Football I was working on it. Basically came in. Oh yeah, I did. I filled in all these darker yellows here and here. Came up here a little bit and did that. What else did I do? I can always tell when I look at it. Oh yeah, and then I filled in more of this area right here. Filled in more there and did all that right there. And so there's a piece of floss hanging out. So that's the bottom of the page. That's the bottom of page 2. So you can see I'm getting closer. But the problem is I'm going to have to go in and fill in all these little things. And that's fine. That's fine. Page 3 down here is going to be amazing. It's going to look like, whoops, wrong side. It's going to be like the top part of the ref down here. It's going to be really different. A lot of different colors down there. And it's really going to pop once we can get that guy in there. That'll be very cool. Very cool. That is such a cool piece. I love it. I really do. There is actually, I want to say it's Cross Stitch Collectibles. I was looking on their site the other day, which I really should just stop looking at sites. And I was looking at it, and there was a whole thing about how... Sorry, I'm just watching the guys over here. There's this whole thing about how, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so they had, what was it, football player? It was like they were football player ones. They were like old school football players. But I just, they had like 3 of them, and I was like, I don't know. They don't really grab me. And maybe someday they'll grab me. But they were like vintage looking football players. It just wasn't. Maybe the colors I think the colors just didn't grab me. So, anyway, but they are constant. I mean, that site just grows leaps and bounds. It's crazy. But that was baseball. And then we have, I think, the only other one that I could show you right now. Oh, no, wait. Time out. It is well. It is well. It is well with my soul. So I did a little bit more. So I pretty much filled in a little bit more over here. I did a little bit there. I brought this all the way over here. And then I got, why is that? Why? I think it's going to be why, when. I don't know. But it's, but I got the first 2 letters done, or first 2 letters done there. So I just want to start giving myself a little bit of room to kind of expand across. But I like that. I don't work on this one very much when I work on it, because even just a little bit looks like a lot. I want to stretch it out some. I want to stretch it out. Increase the drama. Drama. Save the drama for your mama. Only llamas like drama. All right. All right. So Old World Map 2. So here's where we are, children. Children of the cross stitch. Here we go. So, as you can see, getting ever so closer to finishing this page. 3816 is what I need, and a lot of this is going to get filled in with 3816. So that's going to get taken care of pretty quickly. And then it's just a matter of just filling in all the little bits and bobs all the way through, which is what I told myself I would never do. Let's see how fast this goes, because it always irritates me when I set myself up for difficulty later on, and that's kind of what I've done with this piece. But I do it with every page, so it's not like it's new. But here we go. That's how long it is. And then goes to here. So you can see I'm over halfway across, right? We are the world. We are the cross stitchers. Anyway, so yeah, so we're getting there. What do you think? By the end of 2019, I'll definitely be on like row 2. I think I'll be on row 2. I would love to finish all this up. And then what do you think about if I did that? I could just bring it down. Bring it down. And just do like a vertical row. So that way you would get an idea of how long it is. Or, because it might stay cleaner, or at least less messy this way, I just come back over here and just start on row 2. And we just kind of stitch it in. What do you think? But it's crazy big. It's going to take forever. It's not even close to being as big as Wonders of the World. Ooh, kind of warm. I can get warm with it. Anyway, so that is that. I did not work on Boston Bruins. I haven't started Bears yet. We're not starting on this project until Rainy Waterloo Place is done. Still haven't found the letters for this one. Sorry. I got to really look through some stuff. Yeah, I think that's it otherwise. Okay, so plans for the week, cross-stitch wise. What are we doing, kids? What are we doing? Well, we're trying to get back into the stitching routine. I've been playing too many video games lately, which started just a couple weeks ago and has continued. It's crazy. And I play them with my husband, so it's good bonding relationship kind of stuff, sort of. The family that slays demons together stays together, right? That's what they tell us. So anyway, so I'm just kind of working on that. That's just fun. It's fun for us to do that together. So, but I definitely want to really jump hard on Old World Map 2 on this page. And I really want to get a lot more done on Wonders of the World. And then everything else, just filling in everything else. Yeah? You think so? Okay. Anyway, did I do anything else cross-stitch wise? I don't think so. I'm trying to work on updating the blog more. It's just been a little nutty this week. It's a little out of sorts this week because of the new additions. My routine's thrown off. I'm trying to get into a new routine with everything. There's just more care and more handling. So, all right, let's just talk about the new additions. So, as you can hear, we got a couple new parakeets. That is their abode. They have a pretty wonderful abode. I don't know if you can see them over there. Hey, come here. They're not terribly tame. You can't even really see them, can you? You can see the white one right there is Sailor, and Popeye's kind of a yellowish color, but he's hidden behind the water bowl. But that's where they live, and they're going to be sitting here next to me when I do my videos and when I stitch. So we got these guys last weekend from a friend, an older friend, who they're a lot older and they just really needed to downsize their responsibilities. So they were asking around if anybody wanted to take on some birds, and we were like way for it because my sister-in-law has the cockatiel, who is really, really cool. And so but we didn't want to jump into something like that because that's a major responsibility. And it's difficult, and I think we're kind of, she takes such good care of him that I think that we're too split. Like, there's just too much, the dogs, the cat, now the birds, some other things, there's just so many things going on that we could not give those kinds of birds the kind of time that they need. So the parakeets were awesome, and they came with so much stuff. As you can see, all the toys hanging in their cage and everything, and that's not even all their toys. Like, they have at least twice that many toys, but that's all the ones that I put in. So we've just been getting them used to us, and they're not used to being held or anything, but one of them really needs a beak trim, and so I'll do that at some point, but I don't want to stress them out too many times too soon. Hey, buddy. It's a better look at. There he is. There's my gorgeous baby. Hi, Sailor. Hey, Sailor Man. Sailor Man. They look a lot better than they did the other day when I brought them over. They were super stressed. And actually, one escaped in the room. I think it was Popeye. And he kind of fell out of my hand and fluttered to the floor and then tried to fly around a little bit. And I had to wait until he was too tired to do anything, and then I could just pick him up and put him in there. But they both kind of bit me, which is fine. I mean, they're not used to being handled, so, and it doesn't really hurt. It's just like a pinch. And so, but anyway, so I'm just getting used to taking care of them. We are most concerned about their heat. You got a bath over here if you want to take a bath. But we have a bath for them, and Well, that's good. They're just grooming themselves. I like that. Okay, guys. Yeah, they're just grooming themselves. They're being super active right now. But what was I saying? Anyway, so we're just trying to get him used to us, and eventually I would like to get him a little bit more tamed, and have him hang out in here with us. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, and then the last edition is Carter, the crested gecko, and I don't have a video of him, and I don't have a great picture of him because he hides a lot right now. He is in a little, like, 15-gallon aquarium, and he has been in that 15-gallon aquarium for about 5 or 6 years. And basically, some really good friends' son had him, and that was about as far as they got with him. And then they just, he needed a home where maybe he could do a little bit more. And we were more than happy to take him on because it's just another experience, and it's another learning opportunity, and it's another chance to give another animal like potentially like a great living condition. I mean, that's kind of what we're hoping for. So along that regard, at some point this weekend, we're going to be installing him into a brand new home. And what we're going to do is my husband has built a stand downstairs. Well, it's not fully done yet, but it's mostly done. And we have ordered a new terrarium that's going to come in for him. And don't tell him this because we're going to surprise him. It's going to be awesome. And it's like 3 feet tall and about 18 to 20 inches in diameter, like both ways around. So it's just a long vertical kind of thing. So we're going to put like the big wood, big tree branch and whatnot up it, with various probably artificial plants and vines and different things, and give him places to hide, but give him places to climb, because he's always searching to go up. That's all he wants to do. And so we're going to do that and hopefully get him all installed in his new area come hopefully this weekend is what we're looking for. And so I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. And these guys, the one thing that I want to do also for them, because, okay, so you guys have been here like before. Well, I've talked about how hot it is in this room at times, but it also gets really cold in this room. We've adjusted it some by closing and opening certain vents in the house and getting things to flow better through here. But at night, I actually I've got a blanket for them. We cover the cage at night with a blanket, but then I also put the new electric blanket on top of them to really keep them warm, because it gets down into like the low 60s in here, maybe mid 60s, and I just worry about them. Even now I think it's probably a little too chilly for them. But so anyway, so one of the things that I just got for them is this cute little perch, but it's like a little fleece lined perch that they can get in there and hopefully kind of maintain some body heat. I got them a new heated perch, and I got them a little heater that goes on the side of the cage that if they want to get a little closer to it, keep them warmer if they want that. So that'll be cool. But yeah, it's just, maintaining temperature, which is something that we haven't had to worry about too much with everybody else, but that's kind of how it's worked so far. And so there's that. Fish update. So I really went through and did a big cleaning on all the fish tanks because I hadn't done that in a while, and I need to get some filtration figured out, and I finally got my sponge filters working better, and then they're doing a better job now. Things are looking better. Cleaning out that upper